Welcome to our essential guide on protecting your right to fair reimbursement at work. If you've ever paid out of pocket for job-related expenses like travel, tools, supplies, or even remote work costs, you may be entitled to reimbursement under the law. Unfortunately, many employees either don't know their rights or don't feel empowered to speak up when those rights are violated. That's what we're here to change. Let's begin by understanding the legal foundation. Under California Labor Code, Section 2802, and similar laws in other states, employers are required to reimburse employees for all necessary expenditures or losses incurred in direct consequence of their job duties. This includes mileage and travel expenses, work-related phone and internet costs, required uniforms, tools, or equipment, meals and lodging during business trips, professional license or certification fees, home office expenses when working remotely. If your employer benefits from the expense and it's necessary to perform your job, you should not be the one footing the bill. So how do you protect yourself and ensure you're properly reimbursed? Step 1. Know what your employer's policy covers. Most companies have internal reimbursement policies outlined in the employee handbook. These policies should define what expenses are reimbursable, what documentation is required, how to submit a claim, the timeline for processing payments. However, it's important to understand that an internal policy cannot override your legal rights. Even if a company policy tries to limit reimbursement in ways that contradict state law, the law takes precedence. Step 2. Keep accurate and detailed records. Every time you spend your own money for work purposes, keep the receipt. If receipts aren't available, document the date, time, nature of the expense, and the business purpose. Use expense tracking apps, spreadsheets, or even a physical folder, whatever helps you stay organized. The more detail you can provide, the stronger your claim will be. For mileage, keep a log of trips, including destinations and total miles driven. Many employers reimburse mileage based on IRS rates, which are updated annually. Step 3. Submit reimbursement requests promptly. Timely submission is key. Follow your company's procedures and submit all required documentation. If your company uses a specific platform or form, make sure to use it correctly. If your request is denied or ignored, don't let it slide. Ask for clarification in writing and keep a record of all communications. Step 4. Push back against unfair denials. If your employer refuses to reimburse a valid expense, ask for a specific reason. Many disputes arise from misunderstandings, like whether the expense was pre-approved or necessary. Explain why the cost was directly related to your job and provide supporting documentation. If the denial persists and you believe it violates the law, you may need to escalate the matter to HR or a higher level manager. Always do this in writing. Step 5. Understand your legal options. When internal efforts don't lead to a resolution, it's time to explore your legal rights. In California, you can file a wage claim with the Labor Commissioner's Office for unreimbursed business expenses. You may also be entitled to interest, penalties, and, in some cases, attorney's fees if you prevail. At Employee Law Group, we regularly assist workers who've been burdened by expenses their employers were legally required to cover. In some cases, these claims can be substantial, especially when unpaid reimbursements have accumulated over time or affected a group of employees. Remember, the law is on your side. Employers cannot retaliate against you for asserting your right to reimbursement. If you're demoted, disciplined, or terminated for speaking up, that's a separate legal violation with its own remedies. In summary, protecting your right to fair reimbursement requires 3 things: knowledge, documentation, and the willingness to take action when necessary. Know what the law says and what your employer's policy includes. Keep detailed records of all work-related expenses. Advocate for yourself professionally, and seek legal help if those efforts fail. Every dollar you spend to do your job is a cost your employer is responsible for. Don't allow policy loopholes or silence to cost you your hard-earned money. Thank you for watching. If you believe you've been unfairly denied reimbursement, contact the Employee Law Group for a confidential consultation. We're here to help you protect your rights, your finances, and your future.